Okay, hello and welcome back. Today I want to ask just a very simple question while I race across London and show off my really bad driving skills. See? Hit that, really bad driver. So the question I wanted to ask is a question that's not entirely obvious, but I think it is a very valid question, which is, are assassins Mormon? So on the surface of it, this seems like kind of a silly request, or a silly question. Mainly because, you know, your immediate answer is going to be, no, of course not, even though, you know, there are obvious religious references in the game, such as, to the leap of faith and things like that. But if you take a look at some of the characters, for example, the character is probably the most famous or well-known assassin, Ezio de Torre, was very famous for basically romancing pretty much every beautiful woman he came across. Bit of a ladies' man type thing going there. Whereas Mormons are much more concerned with family values and monogamy and that sort of thing, which, so, you know, on that level it seems the opposite. And also, just to get a little meta on you, the games, all but, you know, a handful of the games are rated M for mature, generally for violence, language, drugs references, and, as previously noted, sexual references, and so on. And actually, the one I'm playing now, Syndicate, if you look at it from that point of view, is actually much more laid back and relaxed than, or it's much less, has less language, less sexual reference. Actually, I don't recall any overtly sexual references. There's some flirtation in this one. So, just in general, it seems to be a much, better in regards to this sort of thing than... Anyway, I know what I'm talking about. Has less stuff like that, you know, say, Mormons would find objectionable. So, kind of jump off the topic a little bit there, but, you know, that's the question. Are, you know, assassins Mormon? And so... I'm going to actually do something crazy and say, yes, they are, and I have two reasons for having this suspicion that assassins are Mormon. Or they share enough similarities that they can be called Mormon. And the reason I'm saying that, so there are two main reasons. So first and foremost, the games, or a big chunk of the games, are devoted specifically to this idea of family history. Oh, hello. Did not mean to do that. Let's try this again. So. Okay, get that person. Okay. Got them, and let's see. Okay, nothing here to get. So, yeah, like I said, they're all about this idea of family history. And that is actually a really big Mormon thing, is family history. Now, in the game, they trace, at least initially, I believe this has changed in later games, but they initially traced back the, this whole, a person's family lineage, and then use the Animus to relive their memories, which, quite frankly, would be totally awesome. I'm just saying, that would be really cool. And so Mormons in real life have studied genealogy almost since their inception in the mid-19th century. They've done it for a long time. Family history is just really a big topic for them. And now that a lot of family history and searching your own ancestry has become more popular, there are many online discover your own ancestry type things out there, and pretty much all of the ones, at least that I know of, originated with Mormons' family history projects. So yeah, that they do have. So Mormons and assassins have that in common, that they are really big into family history and finding out, their own lineage and things like that. So, I'm just going to run through the street to get to that area. Actually, that's way, way too long to run through the street. I'm just going to teleport and get to that area. How's that? That seems better. So that's the first one, the family history, and that's really a really big connection between Mormons and between assassins. So very big deal. Now the second big connection, I have to go into a little bit of detail about Mormon belief, and this may be overly simplifying it for a few people, but we'll just start with that. So Mormons believe in the concept of a pre-existence. That is, that before we did, our existence didn't just simply start when we were born here on Earth, but that we lived as spirits before we were born with God. And so, which is an interesting idea, but there was a conflict in heaven before this world began. So, I'm going to start with that. And, let's see. Going to head over this way. So, in this war in heaven, there were two... Basically, it began with with 2 points of view being offered for what we should do when we come to Earth. The first one came from God and was agreed upon by Jesus Christ. Agreed with it, which was this idea that we come to Earth and we would have the ability to choose what we do and how we do things, but we'd also be responsible for the consequences of our actions. So, say we make a bad choice, we do bad things, there will be a consequence, not just in this life, but in the next life. So, let's see, somebody's coming up here, I think. Yep, not allowed here. So... Ooh. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. I forgot I had that equipped. So... Oh! See? I hate it when that stuff happens. I'm gonna try and vanish here. And hopefully these two will be fighting each other. Okay, let's... Okay, I'm okay. Whew. That was scary. So, yeah, we would have the ability to choose, but like I said, there are consequences to actions, and we would have to deal with them, both spiritually and both physically in this world and spiritually in the next world. Now, in Lucifer came up with his own plan, which was essentially, well, that's a good idea, but we're going to do something different. Let's not have this free will thing. We can make a much better plan where we can go out there, we can, force everyone to obey the rules. And that way, everyone will be saved, there will be no problems, none of these, icky, awful consequences such as war or death or murder or really any bad stuff. There won't be any more bad stuff at all. You know, all it costs you is complete and total freedom. Now, woo, that's a good jump. Now, if these 2 points of view sound familiar to you, they should, because they're essentially the points of view of the Assassins and the Templars. The Assassins believe in free will. They believe that people should have a right to choose. And, let's see, is there a train? I thought I heard a train. I'm okay. And that there are consequences, and even though there are wars, there are bad stuff that happens, you know, freedom is so important that it's worth it. And the Templars, their belief is that... Let's get... Got it. Okay, good. Whew. Now, Templars believe essentially what Lucifer proposed. That, you know, mankind really can't be trusted with its own fate, with its own destiny. That, in fact, they should... You know, it's worth sacrificing the freedom that most people have or feel in favor of, you know, just so we won't have any of these wars, any of these bad stuff happen. And okay. There we go. We're good. Okay. Whew, I scared myself there. So those are a couple of reasons why, or at least those are the two main reasons from my point of view, why the Assassins and the Templars, or why the Assassins from Assassin's Creed are essentially the same as Mormons. Now, you may feel differently. You may feel I've taken a few too many liberties with this and that drawn a few too many conclusions. If you do, that's cool. Let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think, and let's see. Oh, okay. Let's watch some more things blow up. And yeah, like and subscribe if you like this. And while I run away from people trying to shoot me yet again, actually I'm going to blow this up first. And then we're going to end on a cool little shot. Let's have Evie turn away, look cool. Alright, good. We'll end there. So like and subscribe if you like it. I will see you in the next video, and let me know what you think of this idea that Assassins and Mormons are a lot alike. Bye.